I mean, to cause a problem for you guys. We're just filming. So, and you've been really nice, and if it's an issue with policy where you're not aware, then that's great, because we're journalists, so this is why we do this. You know what I mean, man?
No problem. Just please inform them that this is a public place, and we're allowed to, we have freedom of the press.
Got it. I'll be with you in a minute, all right?
He's going to talk to them first.
Hey, thank you, officer. So, things have calmed down a little bit. DOC officer, could I please have your name?
No, she doesn't want to identify, bro.
Oh, she's feeling new ID?
Stay away from the road.
Chapter 46, subsection 98. Massachusetts state law states that you have to identify when asked by a citizen. Chapter 46, subsection 98.
This has been a thing recently.
We've never been here before.
No, we left. We left. And
We've never been here before, so how have this been an ongoing issue?
Refused to leave.
Give us a few minutes, all right?
No, she's lying. If we would have refused to leave, we would have been out here waiting for you. She's a tyrant. Sir, please uphold the. They're not law enforcement officers. They're correctional officers. Bro, he's gonna side with them.
Well, let's just see. Because she said it's an ongoing issue. We've never been here before.
She said we refused to leave. We called every agency. Officer, they don't know the law.
Okay.
We called before we came anyways. We spoke to Sergeant Nelson to ask if it was public, if this is public access, legal to film.
Okay.
When we approached her inside about 60 seconds, we were told we were trespassing, but we haven't been served a trespass notice. They told us that they did not have police powers. We had to contact the police. Okay. So we contacted you guys. You guys said that it wasn't. I spoke to your dispatcher. It was a female. Said that this was not her jurisdiction. We would have to contact the state police. Okay. So we were actually waiting over there.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just
back up off the roadway?
Yeah. You're on the roadway.
Yeah, you're right.
So we called state. We spoke to.
Listen, they're not looking for a problem, but I guess you were causing a little bit of a disturbance.
No,
we weren't even talking.
We have it all on film.
Were you videotaping?
We had everything on film. Yeah. We weren't even speaking.
And we called beforehand,
so
and then we called state police.
That they have signs posted, no videotaping.
That's fine.
They have vehicles subject to search signs.
Those are not
this
laws.
This is DOC property. It's state property. They're asking you to leave right now.
Oh my God.
If you can remain across the street for them, just to keep the peace.
Officer, are you a law enforcement officer or a policy enforcement officer?
No, I'm a law enforcement officer.
There's no law that states you can't film in a public place. On state property, they can ask, but we can refuse.
Okay. So
we're just working on a story.
Least, can you stay up
it's
off the roadway? Can you stay up off the roadway? Because when I arrived, you were in the middle of the road. So.
Yes.
Well, we were talking to them. But you can ask Officer Carville. We were standing off on the grass. We were not blocking the roadway.
I understand.
And we contacted, before you guys showed up, we contacted police because I wanted to know, no one could tell me who has jurisdiction here. And my question is, if I'm not issued a trespass, I'm pretty sure that I'm correct. Okay. That if I'm not issued a trespass, I'm not trespassing. And we're going in there to film. We're not in any secure access points.
But is there any signs that say no video?
There's a sign in the...
This officer told me that
there might be a sign. There might be a policy, sir. Okay. But policy is not law.
The sign that we did see says vehicles are subject to search upon entering there. But we didn't have time to look at any signs because as soon as you walked in, we were screamed at.
Figure it out. It's DOC property. Just stay off this roadway.
Who funds DOC?
Okay, it's state property.
So who funds the state?
Okay, it's state property.
Oh my God! All for guys with cameras.
Well, this is.
And the other issue, she said it's a
Walpole, Norfolk. You're right on the Walpole, Norfolk town line.
So Officer Van Ness. So she, excuse me, Sergeant.
That's all right.
So she said that this has been a continuing problem, but we've never been here before.
I don't know. I think other correctional facilities, people have come to record and.
This issue is a general problem.
Correct.
Okay, because we were in there. It's not like we were in there for what, 30 seconds? We walked down.
I wasn't out there.
Oh, you were in there. And not for nothing. I don't have to give any information, but we didn't approach them. We're not up to the glass. And secondly, if it's public, The Constitution allows us to do that. Secondly, Chapter 46, subsection 98 says that all law enforcement officers have to identify. She refused to identify. I'm filming a payphone.
Does she have a name tag on her uniform?
Not that I could see.
Okay.
I'm filming a payphone, and the way that we were announced was, get out of here. You have to leave. No filming. And then she came out and said that we were trespassing. We were subject to arrest. It's a lawful command. And I said, do you have arrest powers? You have police powers? Because this doesn't sound right to me. I'm press. I do this for a living. And she said, well, no, you have to contact police. Okay. So we contacted you. They referred us to state police. We spoke to Trooper Durkis, and then on the phone, he told them on my phone, are they in any unsecure access points? No. Are they, what's the issue? They're filming. He goes, well, if it's public access, it's a constitutionally protected activity. His words, there's no expectation of privacy in public. And I have that phone call recorded as well.
When I arrived, like I told you,
you're hearing,
yeah, and you can't stand on the roadway. You got to keep this roadway open to
correct.
Public. Okay.
Right. Well, we were only there because, well, I believe you were the first in the scene, right?
I was. Yeah.
In the K-9 unit.
No, there's somebody else.
Okay, so the officer in the K-9 unit, we were actually on the side of the road when the state police said, who's the officer there? Okay. The only reason we walked to the roadway is because the state officer wanted to know what their issue was, and he's like, what you're telling me doesn't sound like an issue. So we asked him on speakerphone again, what's going on, what seems to be the problem, and he said the same thing. He's like, I can't even send anyone down there because what you're doing is not against the law.
Okay.
So that's why we were there, because at that point, the state trooper was talking, and then that officer arrived, and he said, just hang tight right here. I'm going to go check in with them. So that's the only reason that we were there in the first place.
Let me speak to them. Again, I came in late on this, as you know.
I mean, if you're giving me a lawful command under the threat of arrest to say that's the case.
So
and we did. We were not. We were on.
Let me talk to
where does public property, the city of Walpole start and the state end? We believe 3 feet off
the line of Norfolk Walpole, and this is DOC property, state property.
Because we were standing on the grass up there by that sign, thinking that we were out of. So we're going to obey her lawful command until authorities tell us otherwise.
Stay off the roadway.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys were over there by the road. We never approached you.
See, okay, right.
That's why we never approached you.
Well, because I think what your partner is saying is that we're blocking the road, we're refusing to leave, like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I just came over here.
He seems to understand.
And he's asking you guys, hey, listen, just stay off the road.
Yeah.
Don't block it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And all we did was come over here because we heard that the police were called.
Yeah, I called them.
And then I believe that we called the police as well.
Yeah.
So we came up here awaiting the arrival of the police.
Okay.
That's right. You guys were out there. There's no reason to bother you out there. There's no reason to approach you. And then you guys came over to approach us, and then,
Right.
So
I only came over because the state trooper said, well, what he said, what you're telling me filming in there doesn't sound like that. That's not a crime. So maybe, and I said, hold on, the officer's right here. Let me go over.
But you understand where we're coming from as well, like I said.
State property,
as security standpoint,
I understand you have a duty not only to protect your inmates but to protect the community. Like this isn't 2.5 Mando. You have people doing life here from crimes from murder to arson.
There's many reasons, good and bad, why people would come into this institution and
Correct.
start recording.
I know that. I do understand that.
Might come in, record. Hey, we just wanted some cool pictures. We wanted to make a movie. We wanted to do a documentary.
Which is the case.
Things like that. And there's other people that might be doing things for bad intentions.
And we didn't even have the ability to get that.
To maybe hurt people.
We didn't have the point to even talk to that because instead of being like, what are you guys doing? Is it a story? Are you doing this? Like, because